Hello and welcome to the DanOCan YouTube channel. It's that time of the year again where everybody starts doing their look back at 2025 and the year that was, and we're no different in that regard. It's another milestone year, and it's always a good opportunity to review where we've been, where we hope to go, and that happens, I think, every time we get close to the new year. But we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to look back at 2025 as well, for sure, but I'm also going to kind of peel back the curtain a little bit, let you get a look inside some of the YouTube-y parts of the DanOCan channel, including, yes, exactly how much money did I make this year with this channel. So let's not waste any time. Let's dive in here and get started. Probably one of the biggest milestones in 2025 was our channel reached the level where we were allowed to begin offering channel memberships. And I decided to do it quite simple. There's only one level of channel membership, and that is the DanOFan level. So if you become a member of the DanOFans group, you have agreed to pay $2.99 Canadian per month. It gets you a few benefits. You get a special badge on your comments when you comment on the channel. You get priority response when it comes to comments on the channel. You also get early access to some videos. Some videos I do release early to members only, usually for a week or so before they go live to the general public. And the other part of it is you get special shout-outs. And so we had our first channel member join. So JPearl41, thank you very much. It is really greatly appreciated, and your name shall live in DanOCan history as the first DanOFan, official DanOFan. So let's look back and see which were the top 5 videos in 2025 in terms of number of views. And coming in at number 5 is a video that was first released April the 19th of 2021. So it's a bit of an older video, and that is crossing the 11 bridges on the way to the ghost town of Wayne. It had 1,750 views in the last year. That bumped it to almost 48,000 views overall, making it the second most viewed video on the channel. Now, the really interesting thing I find with some of these videos is their growth pattern. And this kind of is going to be interesting to people who make YouTube videos or are thinking about making YouTube videos, and how your videos can take off. And the 11 Bridges of Wayne video is really strange. It started out super flat. Didn't really get a lot of traction when it was first released. And then something happened somewhere on the internet that triggered the algorithm. It got a ton of views in a very short amount of time, and then essentially died off and went flat once again. So it's kind of flat, massive growth, and then flat, which is a pattern we don't see anywhere else in the top 5. Number 4 is the documenting the last remaining bus traps in the city of Calgary. Bit of a different video because it's got a very niche and local interest perspective to it. Came out April the 10th, 2023. It garnered 1,760 views last year, narrowly beating out the Wayne video. That bumps it up to 5,300 views overall in its lifetime, making it 10th overall on the channel in terms of number of views. And this one had a bit of an interesting growth pattern. It's a little different than Wayne. It had a stair-step type bit of traction. It started slow, got shared on some local Calgary Facebook groups and whatnot, saw a spike in traffic, went flat for a while, saw another share on some social media sites, got another spike, and then has since gone flat again. So, you know, when YouTube content creators ask you to, like, comment, and share their videos, sharing videos actually does make a difference, and this is a perfect example. Moving up to number 3 on the list is the only video that we made that made this list that actually got released in 2025, and that is our No GPS, Just Paper Maps, a tour of the ghost towns of southern Saskatchewan. Part 1. Part 2 did not do nearly as well, but Part 1 did quite well. It came out October the 18th, 2025. It had 5,700 views since then. So 5,700 views in less than half a year on this channel is really good. It's as close to viral as we ever really get. And the growth pattern on this one is different yet again. This one started off super strong, got a ton of views. I was really excited about where this video was going, and then it just kind of went flat and it just kind of died off. So again, it's interesting how different videos perform differently, and we'll see what happens with this one. Maybe it's a stair step and it'll get some shares again and take off in 2026 for a brief period, but for now, it's pretty flat. Number 2 is how a grain elevator works and why I think they are amazing structures. This one was released August the 8th of 2021, got a little over 10,000, about 10,300 views in the last year, which bumps it up to about 44,400 views lifetime. And this is a video that is just one of those that continues to perform pretty steady, no major spikes, no major growth, but it's a consistent performer. It's really one that, had I known it was going to be a topic of that much interest to people, I probably would have put a little more effort into the production value. But it was one I really just shot kind of off the cuff, no script, no thought, just walking around the grain elevator at Butte, Alberta. Like I said, I wish I had done a better video. Maybe I will do another one in more depth at some point. But this one, consistent performer. And yeah, I believe it's number 2 on the channel overall, all time as well. And number 2 on this list. And number 1 is the Columbia River Gorge video. And this one is quite old now. It was released March the 9th of 2020. And it had 16,800 views in 2025, which bumped it up to over 81,000 views in its lifetime, and by far and away the most popular video that we have ever released here on the channel. Another consistent grower. It just kind of keeps chugging along. It obviously struck a chord with a lot of people and hits in a lot of search algorithms or things, and it just keeps performing, and it's been really great. And so I guess if I was offering advice to someone new to YouTube, it's one of the things that I've discovered in the roughly two and a half years, almost 3 years since we first got monetized. It's that your video, content can be evergreen, and even videos that were made 5 years ago can still generate views and thus generate revenue. So that's one of the advantages of doing content that doesn't really have an expiry date or a really topical subject matter, is they just keep on trucking. And I'm going to shift gears now, and I'm just going to throw out some audience numbers, more for interest's sake than anything. I think it gives a neat insight into the other people like yourselves that are watching this channel. And this one kind of surprised me. 64.5% of our viewers in 2025 watched the channel on a television, compared to 19.1% who watch on tablet or phone, or 16.4% who actually watch on their computer. Yeah, I was quite surprised that almost 2/3 of all views on this channel come on an actual television. So that's how people are watching, but where are people watching from? Well, I think not surprisingly, given that so much of our content is based in Canada and the Canadian prairies and talks about Canadian subject matter. 46.7% of our viewers in 2025 were based in Canada. 34.6% based in the USA. Again, not a surprise. A lot of our content, the Route 66 stuff, the Columbia River Gorge stuff, this is very, US focused. So, North America is where we spend most of our time, and hence that's where most of our viewers come from. None of the other countries ranked over 1%. It's good that we do have a lot of international viewers or people who are using VPNs to appear that they're coming from other places. So almost 1 in 5 viewers is not based in Canada or the US. And of course, finally, one of the things that YouTubers always are concerned about is their subscriber count. So how did we do in terms of subscriber count in the last year? Well, even I can do the math on this one. In the last 365 days, we garnered 365 new subscribers. You can't make this stuff up. We have averaged 1 subscriber per day over the last year. That's a solid level of growth for a channel that really has no budget, no marketing, no team behind it. It's about as good, I think, as we can expect. I mean, naturally, if any of you who are watching want to subscribe, we won't object to that. Seeing that number grow is always fun. I think we ended up roughly sitting at the time of this recording at 2,283 subscribers overall, including 1 DanOFan, so gotta love it. Finally, the other thing that everybody wants to know, and that is, of course, so just how much money does a channel of this size make? Am I getting rich off of this? Well, spoiler alert, the answer is no. The amount of revenue that this channel makes or has made in the last year probably doesn't even cover the expenses of doing the road trip for that Saskatchewan ghost town video. And that's okay. We don't do this for revenue. We do this because we love it and we're documenting things that we would be doing anyway. So I'm not so worried about it. It's not like this is my source of income, but I mean, it would be great one day if that were to happen, but we're a long way away from that. And to show you just how far away we are from that situation, I'm going to give you the actual number. Our estimated revenue in the last 365 days is $878.20. And I want to also, point out here, that's pre-tax. So I declare all that revenue to Revenue Canada, and I do pay income tax on that as well. YouTube is great for the people who really succeed at it and can make a go of it. For most of us who are doing just the small channel, personal effort sort of thing, yeah, you are not going to get rich. I mean, maybe you will, that's fantastic, and you'll be able to do it full time, but that's a very small percentage of YouTubers who actually reach that level. A small mid-sized channel, we're pulling in less than $1,000 a year. It's still fun, it's still worth it, and the whole reason that it is worth it is because of you, the fans. And I mean anybody who has watched a video, shared a video, liked a video, commented on a video, all of that stuff really matters. It really does motivate us. It does keep us going. It really drives us to continue making content. I mean, you can only shout into the wind so much if there's nobody listening. And so the fact that you are out there, you are watching us, you are commenting and things really does make a difference. And if you think it doesn't, well, I'm here to tell you you're wrong. It does. Naturally, subscriptions are super awesome. Love the fact people are subscribing to the channel. That 1 person per day who clicks the button makes a huge difference. Less than 1/5 of the watch time on the channel actually comes from subscribers, so there's a lot of room for growth there if we could get more people to subscribe. And I know it's such a YouTube thing to ask for subscriptions, but hey, people do it because unfortunately it works. We've got that. And we have our JPearl41, our first ever official DanOFan. That's fantastic, but like I said, just watching really does help. And the other thing I want to give a shout out to is all the people that we've run into here over the course of, well, not just 2025, but since we started the channel, the people who have seen us out on the road when we're making videos or just going about our day and have actually said, hey, you know what, we watched the channel, we like the channel, we like what you guys do. that really is amazing. The fact that people recognize us in public, it's happened more than a handful of times now, which is kind of cool. Emily always says after one of those happens that she has a hard time getting my head to fit back inside the bowler, but it is true. It's really great that when people come up to us and say, that they really like what we do. And so, yeah, appreciate that. Really, really enjoy that. Really, really do appreciate each and every one of you, no matter how you have contributed to the success of this channel. And while the numbers may be small compared to a lot of channels, I still think it's a success, and we still really do love doing it, and we're going to continue to do it. Speaking of continuing to do things and what's coming up in 2026, don't have a lot of firm video plans. I have kind of given up on the idea of doing videos from overseas vacations or travel videos of that nature. The viewership numbers clearly show that when we go to places like when we did Europe or things like that, that's not what you guys are here for. That's not what you're interested in. You're here for the history, the ghost towns, the abandoned places, the grain elevators, things like that. I mean, it's great for us to document it and enjoy it, and I might still do it, but I'm going to try perhaps in 2026 to put more of a focus on the content that has brought people to the channel. Let's just hope that everything continues to flow and continue to go well, both for ourselves and for you, because like I said, it's all because of the fans that are out there that watch that we keep doing this. And I hope you have had a great 2025. I'm wishing you all the best in 2026. And on behalf of Emily, Mabel, myself, Bella the Bowler, all of DroneOCan, all the things that go into this channel, thank you very much, and stay tuned for a best of 2025 video being released also hopefully before the end of the year. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.